Cool. We start this morning with an update to a story, a developing story we've been following since yesterday afternoon. That's the Blackhawk Fire, which burned just east of Idaho Falls. That's where local news 8's Emily Clark joins us now live this morning in the Blackhawk Estate area. And Emily, yesterday the fire was at 400 acres. What was the final total on that?
Joel, the final total last night, 1,500 acres. Our producer spoke to Sonia Shadow from the Eastern Idaho Fire Center, and she confirmed that that is the total number again this morning. 1,500 acres burned here east of town in the Blackhawk Estates area. I'm set up here on Crowley and Blackhawk, the intersection here. You can see the road closure sign set up behind me. ISP was here last night along with all the fire agencies that were working on this fire and closed down this part of the road because this is where the fire came dangerously close to not only homes but the road. Let's take a look at that right now. We're going to take you up the road here, up 45th, show you on our Eagle Eye, which is the top of our live truck here that we've got stationed out. And you can see all of the damage. As the sun is coming up this morning, we're getting a better idea of exactly the extent of that 1,500 acres of grass and wheat fields, which were completely destroyed. The good news, though, Joel, as we're showing you these terrible pictures of the destruction, is that all of the homes which were evacuated yesterday, all of those families living up here in the Blackhawk Estates were able to go home last night and sleep in their own beds. And the good news, the best news of it all, no homes were destroyed. All these firefighters working extremely hard to make sure that nothing happened to those homes. Let's take a look of yesterday's video to show you exactly the smoke and the wind that we saw yesterday. We caught here with our teams from Local News 8 that were first on scene yesterday to look at this fire. More than 100 people fought the flames from local and federal agencies. They were fighting this fire not just from the ground but also from the air. They had an air tanker which they brought in, which was serving as their eyes above the ground. The fire was so huge that they had to get a bird's eye view to kind of grasp where they needed their teams to be. They had dozers, water tenders, and heavy engines and tractors working on fire lines to make sure that they were able to control this fire, doing everything that they could again to save the homes. That was their goal for yesterday. Gordon Allen and his crew were one of the very first on scene yesterday. Now, Gordon Allen is rather new to the fire business, and this is what he had to say about yesterday's experience.
Yeah, sometimes it gets I get a little bit nervous, and I just try to follow the safety protocols we've been trained that are in place. We follow and follow senior firefighters.
So Joel, as everyone is waking up here in the Blackhawk Estates, feeling very lucky that they made it out fine. Nothing was destroyed. Many families were evacuated yesterday. A reverse 911 was also put into effect. So several families were grabbing their stuff and heading out of this area just in case the fire did get too dangerously close to their homes. Now, you mentioned this before, Joel. We'll mention it again. 1 year ago, this time last year, the Chamorro Loma fire burnt in this exact same area. Sonia Shadow from the Eastern Idaho Fire Center did tell our producer this morning, as well as the team last night, that this fire started in the exact same spot of last year's fire. So now today, this is what they'll be doing, is working on the investigation to figure out how all of this started. For now, though, Joel, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Emily. And Emily telling us this morning